there folks, Matt Hayson here reporting on our property market again in extraordinary circumstances, so let's get into it. Last Sunday, Scott Morrison announced another wave of restrictions across many industries, but as it stands at the moment, you can still either look to lease or purchase a property with the agent, and one person can attend that inspection, or a second as long as you do live together. So our industry does still have a pulse, but I can tell you it's very difficult to do what it is that we do at the moment. In fact, I can tell you over this past particular week, it's been very challenging trying to encourage people to come out and look at either leasing or purchasing a property. Now, last Saturday, we saw the first wave of online auctions. And now this technology has been around for a little while, but it's the first time the consumers really needed to use it. And how did it go? Well, I can tell you it was a little bit 50-50 from what I could see. The technology and bandwidth, there was a few blurred auctioneers, and even speaking with a number of auctioneers, they suggested that them speaking to a camera trying to draw bids out of the market is not the way of the future. However, it is serving the purpose that we need today, but the overall clearance rate in Sydney was sitting at 31%. So that gives you an overview of the challenges facing the property market at the present time. However, there are still some pretty good sales occurring. Our company sold 19 properties in the past 5 days. Now, most of the prices being achieved were close to the guide, if not slightly below. And it's amazing to think that just 5 weeks ago, you could almost be guaranteed with a blue chip property to see 5 or 6 bidders at the auction competitively pursuing that property and seeing that guide or the price achieved 5 to 10% above the set guide. Who is buying in this current market? Well, when I look at the last 19 sales over the last 5 days, most of these purchasers had been in the market for around 6 months. So they'd been accustomed to seeing a bit of competition and prices increasing. So they remain quite focused and intent on securing the right home if it did become available. However, we've got this new wave of buyers coming into the market that are looking for far better value. Now, what they're hearing from the banks and what we're also hearing from the banks is they're reining in borrowing capacity at the present time, as the banks are concerned about the strength of the overall economy, people's ability to repay mortgages, and even the strength of overall industries. So we'll continue to monitor that. Who's selling in the market at the present time? Well, most of our clients that are on the market have either purchased a property, so they definitely need to sell. We're seeing a few downsizers that are looking to take a bit of cash off the table, and then just a few creeping into the market that are under a little bit of financial pressure. Having said that, there's a huge pool of potential sellers that were looking to bring their home onto the market after Easter, but now they've put those plans on hold. So we're likely to see property stock levels coming onto the market really tighten up in the next month or two. Also, last week we spoke about a big increase in the number of tenants asking for rent relief. However, that started to just taper off a little bit this week, and maybe the JobKeeper stimulus package, which was released this week, is playing a little role in shifting that narrative. However, I can tell you most of our landlords, in fact almost all of our landlords, have just been so accommodating, working with the tenant, trying to come to an amicable solution for those that have either had work hours reduced or even lost their job. So that's what's happening in our property market today. And I can also tell you we've got an amazing array of resources available in our blog section on ch.com.au. So if you're wondering how we're dealing with COVID and what's happening in the property market, make sure you check out that section on our website. And then finally, if you're homeschooling your kids, which is what's happening at my house and it's hard to keep them focused, make sure that you check out our art colouring competition. We've extended that over the Easter break so you can design our sold stickers for the next 12 months. Now you can pick one of those entry forms up from our office, or if you email or text us, we're happy to drop a bundle to your house. So folks, that's all we've got time for this week. Make sure you look after each other, stay safe, and I'll check you all next week. Thanks.